Yeah, dignity is way more important than money. Dignity, a person's dignity, way more important than money, man. Self-respect, way more important than money. Guys, I cannot tell you how many times, I don't have to keep saying this. I'm doing this video a second time, cut off the first one, but I cannot tell you guys how many times I've been around. And I know for sure that money is not the key to happiness. God allowed me to see a lot of things. The problem with the human condition, it seems like, it's boredom. Okay, there's this problem with the human condition. It's like people get bored, man. That's why people just think of just diabolical things to do. They got all this shit. They don't got nothing else to do, to think about, but to fuck somebody else over. People actually get bored when they have things. A question that somebody like myself or even other people can ask. I'm tired of using this word chosen one. It could be anybody. You know, why the hell does somebody got to be jumping through all these hula hoops to get something that belongs to them when somebody else can just be given? Well, we all know Satan gives people stuff and God gives people stuff. When God gives people stuff, he want to make sure that they actually appreciate what they get. That's the answer to that. Because let me tell y'all, man, there's a lot of rich people out here that just seem miserable. And I don't even want to bring up any names, but I see people all over YouTube that are allegedly rich guys, you can't fake it with me. When I see people's spirit, I see their spirit. There are famous people that I see across YouTube that I take one look at them and I know that they are not happy. One of the reasons they probably not happy too is because everybody think they happy. Imagine being rich. Everybody think they know you and everybody think that you happy because you got a lot of money. They will never, like, even if you tried to take them to the side and say, hey, you know, I'm struggling with this, I'm struggling with that, all they will ever see is that you got a lot of money. You know, that's kind of ooh-wee. That's why when you get money, you better be really, like, content with who you are as an individual. You better have things kind of like straightened out within yourself, because you can't depend on these people, man. I'm telling you. You know, you cannot depend on these people. 1 second, yo. It's scary, man. It's scary. But yeah, I look at some of these people who supposedly rich on YouTube, and I know exactly what their problem is. The problem is everybody's looking at them like they're rich and famous, and they act like they don't even know that these people are individuals, and they can have the most simplistic problem that anybody else can have. But because that dollar sign or that fame and fortune is attached to their name, nobody is really getting into the inside. A lot of these people are alcoholics. I told you guys, I keep reiterating that I guarantee you most of the people who commit suicide are people who got a lot of money. Me, looking from the outside in, I feel sorry for a lot of people who, these people I see that got a lot of money. I know that it's not really making them happy. I can see it, y'all. Guys, some of y'all know I'm very intuitive. A lot of so-called chosen ones are, right? Very intuitive. I can just look at people, especially nowadays, and I know, I don't like to use the word happy, man, because we're just talking about being at peace. There are a lot of people there are celebrities that I see across YouTube. I can take one look at them and I know that their soul ain't at peace. As far as why it is or not, I don't know. But I can guess, like I said, you know, nobody is getting into the detail of this person. They just see him as, you know, I bet you I could talk to a celebrity, but they'll be afraid to talk to me because they'll be thinking I'm gonna go back and tell other people their business. But I'm not. I actually be wanting to know what is really bothering some of these celebrities. Because I can look at them, I'm talking about some of the richest ones. I ain't gonna say no names. I can look at them and I can tell that they it's something that's not right. It's something in their soul that's not peaceful. But everybody thinks the world of. It's just it's actually sad, y'all. It's sad and it's scary. I don't care how much money I would ever have. You know, I ask God, you know, whoever decides to be around me, if I was rich and so-called famous, please let them be genuine people. I don't want to end up like just one of those people that everybody just look at like a dollar sign. Like, I'm an individual. And individuals, we all have our up days and we have our down days. But just to look at a person like they're just a dollar sign, how much, man, that's the problem with this shit, man. That's the problem with this world, man. That's what make people do insidious things because of the dollar bill. And it's just crazy because you can get the money and you'll be even more displeased than you ever been before with the money. The only difference is everybody's like kissing your ass or some shit like that, right? But that's not gonna make you. I'm telling you, that's not gonna make you happy. You can get sick of anything down in this world, man. You can get sick of anything. You can get sick of girls, pretty girls trying to get at you. You can get sick of that. Everything is vanity. You can get sick of people kissing your ass. You can get sick of people thinking they know how you think. You can get sick of people thinking that you happy and they don't even know you, or people thinking you sad, or whatever they thinking about you. They don't even know you. So just to close it out, I'm just glad that, once again, I've said this before, that I've reached a level of wisdom that I'm at right now before anything good can happen for me. Anything. Because if I was to get anything without the wisdom that I got right now, oh man, I can easily see how that so-called happiness could just be turned into utter despair.